Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Tim Martin, along with Chuck Ferguson from Sport and Spine Healthcare Centers. What we're going to be doing today is demonstrating a brief, intermediate stretch routine that you can do to prepare for the upcoming snowstorm. Now, the reason we want you to be prepared is because when it's cold outside and it's snowing outside, you go outside to either brush off your walkway, to shovel heavy snow, or operate a snow blower, or even wipe off your car, you're prone to injury and at risk of injury to your musculoskeletal system if your muscles aren't warm and stretched. The reason is because when you go outside into the cold weather, your muscles and all the arteries that go to them, they do something called vasoconstriction, which means there's less blood supply actually goes to the muscle. So Chuck, who works here as our exercise physiologist, is going to go through a brief stretching routine of the major muscle groups that you use during those activities that I just mentioned. Thank you, Chuck.
Right. So most of the muscles that you use, of course, the biggest ones are the back, the low back. Everybody complains most of the high-prone injuries is the low back. So it's important before you start to shovel that you want to make sure that all the muscles that you're going to be using are stretched out properly so that way you don't risk strain. Now, of course, also too, most people do not shovel the right way. Most of the time they shovel straight over like this and they throw this way, which is not the way to do it. Every time you shovel and you throw, you put a tremendous amount of strain on the shoulders and on the low back. So what I'm going to do is first show you the proper way of shoveling, which is basically you want to lean into it, bend in your legs, and you're going to use your legs to actually pick up the snow. So you shovel in, lift up with the legs, and then the best thing to do instead of throwing it is you actually walk it over to where you need to go and drop the snow and come back. So, believe it or not, a lot of the muscles you want to stretch out are your leg muscles. So, for example, you want to do hamstring muscles, you can simply do a bend over like so, stretch out the back through here, which also stretches out the back, and you want to hold each stretch for about 30 seconds or so. Now, before you do this, though, a lot of people make the mistake, they jump right out into the snow and they start shoveling right away and they freeze, and that's when their muscles get spasmed. We recommend that you either take a hot shower or even do a little bit of exercise to get your body warmed up before you stretch out and before you go outside. So that way you can combat the cold before you just kind of jump right into it. So of course the first one we said is to stretch out the back of the legs. Second one is you want to stretch out the quads, which is the front of the legs because you're going to use those to lift. Also you want to stretch out back is calf, like that, leaning forward. That'll stretch out the back of the legs. And then another one for the low back is a good old, I call it the Jane Fonda stretch, which is stretch out to the side.
Now, I believe that
That'll stretch all back.
Jane Fonda taught you that stretch.
She did teach me that. I am that old. You go to the side over here, like that, to do that side. Also, too, you want to do the upper body. So for chest, stretch out this way. So you kind of grab both hands behind, pull back like that, hold each one. And then for the upper back, you take one arm across, pull the other arm across underneath like so, and pull across that way, which will stretch out the upper back and your shoulders. Also, too, is important. A lot of people sometimes will strain their necks. You want to do a couple of neck exercises. Stretch to the left and to the right, and do that as well. But mainly, the main thing is to prevent any injury is to do it the right way. And the right way is to use leg. Anytime you're using all leg. So go down, pick it up with the legs, lift up with the legs, carry over, dump over, like that. So if you have any other questions, if you want to learn more detailed stretching, just give us a call or you can contact us up here at the office, and I or Dr. Martin or Dr. Feeney will be more than happy to run through more detailed stretches with you.
Also, too, very important to note out, Chuck, have a seat. Just when you're doing any of the stretches that Chuck just reviewed, if you feel pain anywhere when you do the stretch, that's not normal. So it makes a lot of sense for you to call our office today, 610-361-0070. Call today, be seen today, and we'll give you a free spinal and musculoskeletal system checkup to make sure that you're snow prepared, all right? You can even do this simple test at home. If you sit up straight and ask your significant other or a friend or a coworker to tell you what they think of your range of motion. So, Chuck, let's have you look all the way to the left and then all the way to the right. Now, you see Chuck has good range of motion. Now, if you have your range of motion checked and you look here and you look here and then you go and you currently you can't bend to touch your toes, get close to touch your toes, that means that you may have some spinal joints out of alignment. You can also visit sportandspinecenter.com for all your healthcare needs. Thank you and have a great day and enjoy the snowstorm.
Good luck.